Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Welcome back to our 2 cents. We're doing it again here at Raxo Studios with your host, Oscar. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. It's free to you and it means the world to me. And if you must check out the rest of the links, go to www.r2centstheviewoscar.com. Our 2 cents on all social media. Leave a comment for the algorithm. It helps keep things moving along. You guys aren't doing it. The hell? Do I got to yell at people here? Everybody asks for shit online and they get it. I ask for something online and what do I get? I get a ding on my fucking page. Thank you for your support. Here we go. Welcome back to our 2 cents. If I can open this crap and I'd be able to start. Buzzsprout, let's get your podcast launched. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or I don't know, you probably think it's a good idea to have your own show, podcast, program, whatever you want to call it. Podcasting is an easy and expensive and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online listed in all major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. That sounded really good. Within minutes of finishing your recording, podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over hundreds of thousands of podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Let's create something together. Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know that I sent you. And also get you a $20 credit if you sign up for a paid plan. And most important of all, helps support the show. Thank you. Let's celebrate. It is Monday, January 9th. We made it path. Wrong word. We made it past January 6th, yet another day. We made it. And therefore, let's celebrate January 9th with National Static Electricity Day. It may be a little shocking, but National Electricity Day is on January 9th. Shocking. The observance explores static electricity and even how we may cause it. Hashtag Static Electricity Day. Static Electricity Day is different from electrical current carried by the wires through a building or transmitted by electrical companies. Static electricity is produced when the positive and negative charges of an atom are out of balance. Hence for rubbing your feet on carpet. Let's rub our feet on the carpet. Come on. Rub. You electrify somebody. The atoms of some materials hold the electrons tightly. These materials, such as plastics, cloth, or glass, are insulators, while electrons of this substance do not move very freely. The electrons of other materials, such as metal, move more freely and are called conductors. By rubbing two insulators together, we transfer electrons, causing positive and negative charges. Opposites do attract. Atoms with a positive charge become attracted to atoms with a negative charge. We can see evidence if we rub a balloon on our head. Or like I said, rub your feet on carpet. Rub, rub, rub away. Rub, 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 rub. I lost where I was. Conductor, atoms, charges, rubbing two insulators. Opposites do attract. We can see evidence if we rub two balloons. If we rub a balloon on our head, we pull the balloon away and the hair clings to the balloon. Remove the balloon and the hair may stand on end. In this circumstance, the hair has some charge, either positive or negative. Items with same charge repel each other. Happy National Static Electricity Day. If you have carpet on your pad, I'll call it pad because we are young still. Anyways, if you have carpet on your house, put on socks. I may add socks. And then, like stated previously, rub away, rub, and then get close to somebody. And now you have the power of Thor at your fingertips. The power of Thor at your fingertips. If you rub hard enough, you might hurt somebody. I don't know how that came out, but if you rub hard enough, you might hurt somebody. I don't know. Static Electricity Day. Let's celebrate it. Happy National Balloon Ascension Day. I always wonder, how do people come up with this shit? Every day is a celebration of something. What kind of crap is this? National Balloon Ascension Day. How many people are flying hot air balloons for it to be a national day on the 9th? Anyways, let's explore what this is about. National Balloon Ascension Day on January 9th commemorates the first balloon flight in the United States in 1796. Now, I'm pretty sure that that's not the only thing that they ever did in 1793. I'm pretty sure in 1893 they probably did something that was life-changing for people as they knew life at the moment. Probably, I don't know. These things are crazy. But anyways, I'm glad they have them because I get to read them to you. Happy National Balloon Ascension Day. On National Balloon Ascension Day, on January 9th, commemorates the first balloon flight in the United States in 1793. Which makes sense. Let's celebrate it. I was thinking it was some other crazy shit that people come up with. But this is actually pretty interesting. People should be interested in knowing when was the first thing of what crazy people like to do. Hashtag Balloon Ascension Day. The French aeronaut Jean-Pierre Blanchard took flight over the Walnut Street prison in Philadelphia above a large crowd. He ascended on a hydrogen gas balloon, a popular balloon at the time. George Washington witnessed the launch of the balloon too. That day, he lit the fires of ascending with balloons in America. Goddamn right, the greatest country in the goddamn world, even though people tend to think it's not. But it is the greatest country in the world. Goddamn right. However, more hot air balloons also flew in the skies over time. Several varieties of balloon took shape with the next 100 years. Airships inflated by hydrogen and shaped like cigars took to the skies. However, they were also called blimps. The engines gave these balloons directional flight and speed. By the 20th century, large airships with cabins carried passengers. The gas-filled giants eventually disappeared from the skies. Tragedies like Hindenburg on 1937 in May 6, where over a third of the 97 passengers perished when the airship caught fire, helping to usher in a new era. Today, hot air ballooning is enjoyed from the ground and the air. It's also scientific tools for weather and other research. Hashtag Balloon Ascension Day. It was invented in the goddamn greatest country in the world. Things may be bad, but trust me, they are not nearly as bad as things are in Mexico, Culiacan. Things have gotten nasty over the last week, I guess. But today, things seem to be better just because the capturee, whoever they captured, I don't even know, it was one of the sons. I don't even know the name. I just know that there's shit going on down there. And they captured him. And like last time, because they are pussies, y'all. Pussies, I say, they let him go. They cannot do things the way the Colombians did it. Now, the Colombians did it the right way. They went after him. They said, we don't give a fuck. We're going to get you because we're going to get you. With the help of who? Again, the greatest goddamn country in the goddamn world. The United States of goddamn America. Without them, nobody can do nothing. Without them, nobody can even commit crimes. Why? American made. They were working with the person who they were going after at the same time. Therefore, it is the greatest country in the world in every aspect you can think of. Whether it's crime, nobody does it better than the U.S., right? Name a country that does crime better than the U.S. against their own people. Name it. I'll wait. Saudis. Got it. Anyways, moving on. We're not going to acknowledge that name because we don't know what those people do. They have too much money and too much power. And I'm pretty sure that some dirty shit does happen. And if you don't believe the same shit as I do, you're an idiot. Because these people have too much money to do whatever they want. And they pretty much have done whatever they want. So therefore, they got to come up with new strategies to get Instagram models to come over there and shit on top of a glass table so that they can get a little exhilaration. Glass shit on top, watching as it comes out. Yes, that's real. Look it up. Anyways, moving on. But it seemed like they were at the brink of collapsing. It was an all-out war in Mexico last week. It was creepy and scary at the same time. Creepy, why? Because I don't want it to creep this way. And scary, again, because I don't want it to creep into the greatest country in the world where we keep our shit together at most times. All right? Yeah, most time we keep it together. Unless somebody's pointing out, expressing a feeling of being oppressed. That's how good we have it in this country. We get to cry about how we feel that our government is treating us. Try going to North Korea, see if you can cry about how your government is treating you. Try going to anywhere else in the country and cry about your government treating you bad. Go ahead, we'll wait. We were waiting for a second and none of you went. All of you think The being in other country is the best. And let me tell you, I've, in my 32 years of life, getting close to 33, lived outside of this country and lived inside of the country. Pretty much half of my life out and half of my life in here. Let's say, let's not even go. Let's say 45% of my life I lived in the goddamn greatest country in the world, and half what used to be a shithole country, which now they fixed, which I'm glad for them, but I don't want to go back, and I hope not to go back, because this is the greatest nation that we know of. There's plenty of people dying to come here, yes. But also, there's plenty of people dying to get out of their shithole countries. Let's admit. Well, it is the same shit I just said, right? People dying to get here, people dying to leave their countries. Even though they might not be coming here, to begin with, the ultimate goal is, for every immigrant, the ultimate goal is to make it to the Americas. Whether people like it or not. People who never have left the country, and you might have left the country, but people who's never left the country seem to be the only ones to think that they have it bad in this country. Most countries don't have rights, even if you're just a human being living your life. You have no rights. You move to another country, what do you think? You think you're going to have rights just because you're there? You do have human rights. You do. But at the end of the day, if you were to get captured by the, police, let's just put a scenario. If you're in Mexico, you get to the police, you commit a crime, guess what? You are going to go cry to the embassy and tell the greatest country in the world, not tell, but ask. You're going to ask nicely, I say. You're going to go ask them to get you the fuck out of that prison they got you in because you fucked up. I could have told you fucked up by being there. Yes. Do you not read news? Do you not read articles? Do you not pay attention to people who live there? Do you not do any of these things? I think most people don't. And until they're in the thick of it, that's when they come out crying, asking for forgiveness on your knees to our Lord and Savior. And then he's not there to respond to whatever the fuck you have done. Unless you are a woman of color, then you might have some leeway. Anybody else, if you're a military guy, you're not getting out of that prison because the woman who hits all categories was the one that got freed over the American hero. That's how good we have it in this country, that people, regular folk, get picked. No, not regular folk, but an athlete who has in the past spoke out bad of the greatest nation in the world, goddamn United States of America. That's correct. Don't forget it. They've spoke out bad about this country. And what did the country do? They came out and aided her. They could not aid one of the heroes of the Americas. No. That was not aidable. No aid would be given to those people because they've committed war crimes and that's why they're in jail. But a basketball player, all the basketball player did was bring in a little hashish. They call it in that part of the world, dumbasses. It's weed. These people don't know what to call it. People don't know real names of things. But anyways, yes, that being said, we do live in the greatest country in the world. We live in the greatest country that you could be, I don't know. There is the chances of you making something of yourself are a lot higher here than they are in any other part of the world. Any other part of the world, even if you become an online sensation, let's call it, right? Popular on IG, whatever part of the world you are, you're not going to get paid the same as you would in the greatest country in the world. Excuse me. That is the cough button that we know of. Anyways, speaking of the greatest country in the world, this country offers many opportunities to everyone. I don't have an understanding when people talk about not having an opportunity to rise above and beyond. When there's people from other countries here that have come to this country, mind you, do not even speak the language. Yet, those people have managed to have success. Yet, the people that were born in this fucking country, in the greatest goddamn country in the world, people who were born here, they seem to feel oppressed by their governors, country. Oppression seems to be at a high level where people seem to be worried that they think the government's going to take over them. Now, although things may look bad, they are not nearly as bad as they seem. But things are as bad because people who have the right to vote have fucked it all up for everybody else and have fucked it up for themselves, and then they turn around and cry, saying that the government is taking your shit when you yourselves are the ones who gives them that ability. You voted for that. What are you complaining about now? You voted, did you not? I bet you did. Yes, you did. But that wasn't even my point. I even jumped into a whole different thing. But we do live in the greatest country where opportunities are right there. You can just grab them if you work hard at it. My boy Raul Rosas Jr. was seen bussing tables at a restaurant. And ladies and gentlemen, in non-binary folks, I gotta applaud that. I have to applaud that. This kid already fucking broke through. Now his job is to maintain it. And now, because he's at the beginning of his path, he seems like he's doing it the right way. He's paying his own way. I'm pretty sure the parents are helping. I know how those things work, but it seems like he's in the right path. He already had a big fight. He won that fight, most importantly, and now working towards the goal. The goal, which a lot of people think it's not attainable. You know why people think it's not attainable? Because a lot of those people are not willing to put in the work. A lot of those people are not willing to stay up at night doing whatever you have to do to make sure that fucking episode goes out on that day. A lot of people don't have the willpower to wake up early to get in that fucking cold ice bucket to get your day started. So you're able to say, I beat the fucking day. That day is over. The day's done. I conquered that day. That's the reason why I got myself a barrel. It's full of water with ice, and you hop in there in the morning when it's nice and chilly outside where it hurts. Taking cold plunges early in the morning, first thing out of bed, it's the worst. But it's the way that I tell myself, you conquered that fucking day. You are a winner. You are a successor of who, I don't know, but I'm a successor of somebody. Somebody had to do something for me to be born. That's all we're going to say because we don't want to know the details. Anyways, but it is, I guess me talking about the greatest country in the world is just trying to say that the opportunities are here. They are not anywhere else in any other country because other countries don't have the type of opportunities that are offered to us in this nation. I wish everybody would see it. I wish everybody would see that it's not as bad as they think it is. But then again, it's always only as bad as the worst you've ever had, right? Probably. I don't know. Anyways, we should move on. I got things that I've learned. I've learned today. Today, I learned something important. I think everybody should be paying more close attention to this crap because it is creepy how the same people that try. This is me was talking about the greatest country in the world a second ago, but the greatest country in the world allows you to get into that system so that you can accommodate the system to whatever is going to work for you. Just like my friend Sam Bankman-fried. Is it fried or freed? I call him fried just because I want to be disrespectful to that bitch. Anyways, I don't even know if he's a bitch or not, but Joseph Bank-Friedman, the father of Sam Bankman-Fried, set up a ready return system that would have automated most U.S. tax state filings. Intuit, goddamn TurboTax, spent far more lobbying state legislators and blocking the system by one vote. Now, my first impression is Sam Bankman-Fried, fuck no, it's bad. Thank you, TurboTax, for helping us not let these assholes have our tax done a lot more easier. Thank you, TurboTax. Intuit TurboTax blocked a bill that would allow us to have a ready return tax filing. Once again, the Bankman-Fried family fucked the system in the United States of America. Our taxes could have been done a lot more easier than trying to figure out how much you fucking owe and out of how much you made. Thank you, Bankman-Fried family, for being such pieces of shit and only caring about your pocket even though you already have millions of dollars that you will probably not get to use even if you live 3 goddamn lives. And I say 3 lives not counting inflation, because with inflation it'll probably only be 2 lives the way things are going. But again, you fucked it up. Thank you to the Bankman-Fried family. You guys can go choke on a big set of donkey balls. I was going to say nuts, but donkey balls. Thank you to the Friedman family for fucking it all up once again. Now you know that the Bankman-Fried family has screwed us over multiple times. Today, I learned about insurance fraud. Insurance fraud is an act committed to defraud an insurance process. It occurs when the claimant attempts to obtain some benefit or advantage they are not entitled to, or when an insurer knowingly denied some benefits that is due. According to the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, the most common scheme includes premium diversions, free churning, asset diversion, and workers' compensation fraud. Perpetrators in the schemes can be insurance company employees or claimants. False insurance claims are insurance claims filed with the fraudulent intention towards an insurance provider. Today I learned that there's a poem nearly 2,000 years old by someone of insurance fraud. Epigram 3rd from 52 by Roman satirist Martial Marcus Valerius Martialis. And if I may be allowed to share this wonderful poem written by a fraudee, I'm pretty sure. An epigram by the Roman poet Martial provides a clear evidence of phenomenon of insurance fraud was already known to the Roman Empire during the 1st century AD. Fraud is like prostitution. It has to be the oldest trick in the book. Fraudulence. Let's read the poem. Tungilianus, you paid $200 for your house. An accident too common in this city destroyed it. You collected 10 times more. Doesn't it seem, I pray, that you set fire to your own house, Tungilianus? That, ladies and gentlemen, are no more true words in whenever the fuck the Roman time was. That's what we do as humans. Again, we live in the greatest country where insurance fraud, it's the highest of any place. I hope I'm wrong with that. Shit. Anyways, we have questions. Be gone because we have questions and I got answers for this people right here. People got questions. What was the rudest thing a guest in your house has done? What is the rudest thing a guest has done in your house? Let somebody I just told you 23 hours ago I don't like in my fucking house. Don't like people. Keep them the fuck out. Especially if it's people I don't know. And if I just told you I'd rather stay in the house by myself with no visits, why the fuck would you let anybody in my house? That's the rudest thing that somebody has ever done to me in my house. And then, what's worse, you turn around and tell me I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole for expressing what my discomfort was? No. You're the asshole for making me uncomfortable. That being said, that is the rudest thing somebody has ever done to me. What is it to you? Leave a comment. Tell us what's the rudest thing somebody has ever done to you. Anyways. What is one of the YouTube ads that you haven't clicked, won't click, no matter how many times you see it? Well, I don't click on any ads whatsoever. I don't want my algorithm to know this is what you're into. Now, in my searches, sometimes I have to search some things that are naughty by nature. And I don't know if that's what leads my TikTok ads into a certain direction. And not that long ago, it went into the direction of it's called Replica, I think it's called Replica, something like that. Something along those lines. But apparently it's an AI that sexed with you. Now, I don't need my algorithm knowing my sexting abilities. I don't have any. It's been a while. But I don't need an algorithm knowing how hard I get. I don't need my algorithm knowing what hours I rub them out. There's no need for my phone to know that. My phone already knows enough. So that is one of the ads that I will never in my life click, only because it's an AI. It's gonna learn me, and then it's gonna fucking keep me there. And I'm an animal of, what's the word? I'm an animal of habit. I learn habits and never let them go. That's the answer to that. What is a technique that actually works to help you fall asleep? You know what? I think everybody misses this technique when they all say, "Oh, I can't sleep. Oh, I want to do." Some people say, "I like listening to ASMR." That's some people. Some people say, "I like listening to raindrops." Well, so I could fall asleep faster. Some people say, I like having my TV on. Just, it just comforts me and lets me fall asleep faster. You know what I like to do? I like to lay down and close my eyes. That helps me fall asleep faster. Also, work out before bed so I can be tired. That helps too. So it's not just falling, not just laying down. It's also working out before bed to be tired. Just get it done. So technique is falling asleep. That's the technique to fall asleep. My technique to fall asleep is to fall asleep. Let's move. Do we have? Yeah, we have missed connections on Craigslist. Let's see what the freaks of the 80s are out. These people are from like the 70s, I say. They're not 80s. 80s are on Facebook. 70s are on Craigslist. Thanks for the ride. Hey, thanks for the ride. Mail here. We had a good time. Wish I had your information. Looking to connect again. Hopefully you see this. Again, I ask, what are the chances that you are going to get an answer? And if it's already done, why don't you just go back and try to reconnect at the same spot you reconnected? If you wanted to have some freaks. Anyways, I lost contact with my truck driver friend at blank truck stop. We talked and you sent me your pic. I want to see you. Pretty interesting. Are these cheaters? Probably. Those people. Anyways. Friday night outlet. Guy in Lauren. Guy. You and I were waiting in line on Friday night to get inside in Polo Ralph's Lauren store at the Citadel outlet. Whatever that is. You were the skinny Latin guy wearing brown cap and Air Jordan shoes. I was the older white guy behind you. There was a group between us preventing us from talking to one another, but we kept eyes on each other. You said you lived in Huntington Park and I live by the beach. Cool that you are a Latin guy wearing polo style clothing. What are we looking for? You're looking for connection. See, I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with what I'm going to say, but I'm pretty sure that most of these posts are intended from man to man. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there is. All I'm saying is pointing out that this is what I think, because a lot of them talk about polls. And I don't know. We're probably going to move on from Craigslist misconnections because, I don't know. These things are weird. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're weird, and we hit a bump today where it was weird. All right. In the scheme of things, this was fun, and we've gotten to pet peeves. When I'm using my phone and someone peeks around my phone trying to see what the fuck I'm doing, listen, we are friends, but we are not that close of a friends. If I'm looking at my dick pics, I don't want you looking at my tip over my shoulder. I'm not hiding anything. I have nothing to hide. I just find it annoying when you feel like you have to see what I'm doing and make me uncomfortable. Close to me to look at my phone when I'm on my phone, it means I want to be alone. So don't do that. So I have a feeling that is shared with this pet peeve. Stop being annoying ass pieces of garbage. Do not try to peek over people's phones. There is nothing of interest in that phone for you. Nothing for you. So don't be a creep. Stop looking at people's phones, ladies and gentlemen. Non-binary folks, I like to thank every single one of you for coming by and staying by till the end. This was our 2 cents on a Monday with Oscar. Deuces.